Eskom powers almost every home and business in South Africa. Without it, life as we know it stops. But for years, the company has faced massive problems. Rolling blackouts, mismanagement, and corruption have become routine. South Africa's government has spent nearly 500 billion rand trying to rescue Eskom, yet the lights still go out almost every day. This raises a big question. Where did all this money go? And why is Eskom still in crisis? Eskom's problems are deep and go beyond just failing to produce enough electricity. The company has a long history of financial mismanagement and political interference. Since 2008, it has received almost 500 billion rand in bailouts, money from South African taxpayers to cover debts and keep the system running. Despite these funds, major projects have failed to deliver. The Medupi and Kusile power stations were designed to add thousands of megawatts of electricity, yet both ran years behind schedule and cost far more than planned. Construction delays, mismanagement, and substandard materials meant that billions were spent without producing enough power. The company's debt grew faster than its ability to recover. By 2022, Eskom owed over 423 billion rand, and the government had to take on roughly 254 billion rand of this debt just to prevent a collapse. Corruption has played a major role in Eskom's crisis. One of the biggest scandals involved the consulting firm McKinsey, which worked with Eskom and Transnet. The company earned roughly 1.6 billion rand through contracts linked to corruption and later agreed to pay back over 1 billion rand. But McKinsey is just one example. Eskom has been plagued by stolen coal, fake suppliers, inflated contracts, and irregular procurement. Every failed project and corrupt deal adds to the utility's massive debt, leaving ordinary South Africans to cover the cost through taxes and higher electricity bills. Even audits and investigations reveal that many contracts were signed without proper oversight, while officials responsible for mismanagement often faced little to no accountability. The effects of Eskom's failures are felt by everyone. Load shedding disrupts daily life, shuts down businesses, delays public services, and increases costs. Municipalities that owe Eskom billions make it even harder for the company to recover. Families spend more on electricity or adjust to rolling blackouts. Small businesses lose revenue, factories reduce production, and investors hesitate to put money into the country. The broader economy suffers because Eskom's debt and mismanagement ripple through every sector. Even with billions in bailouts, few people face real consequences. Oversight and accountability remain weak, which continues to undermine public trust in both Eskom and the government. Much of the bailout money did not fix the core problems. It was used mainly to cover old debts and operational costs, while governance, transparency, and leadership remained weak. Projects intended to add electricity capacity often fell short, leaving South Africa with a system that is still fragile and expensive to maintain. The story of Eskom is more than just numbers. It is about public money being mismanaged and millions of people paying the price. Every blackout, every higher bill, and every failed project is a reminder of what happens when accountability fails. Eskom's problems cannot be solved by throwing more money at the company. The solution requires transparency, accountability, and leadership that prioritizes the public good. Citizens also play a role by asking questions and following the money. The story of Eskom is a warning. It shows what happens when public funds are mismanaged and oversight fails. It is a call for change and a reminder that the costs of corruption and mismanagement are real, and they affect every South African.